live. Hello.
So you could talk to our live crowd while I get this thing fired up for the audio part of the podcast.
All right. Well, hello. I am Nick Doherty. And you guys
Joey Atlas, we're back.
already know Joey. Oh, that was quick. All right.
Yeah, ready?
Let's get started.
I have to get my wireless wired mic. This is Joey Atlas and
Nick Doherty.
back after a little layoff with what? What are we back with?
This is season 2.
Episode number 6
Episode number 6.
of the Wellness and Weight Loss for Women
And men too.
and Men Too podcast. So let's see, we got to get resituated here because it's been like a month and a half,
Been a
right?
minute.
So I'm going to interact with whoever's tuning in live on Facebook. So if you're watching on Facebook live, like right now live,
Live.
let us know you're watching. Post below, say hello, let us know where you're watching from. And we're going to get right into this, aren't we? What day is today? What time is it? What are we doing here?
Ask me all the hard questions
Yeah.
early on, aren't you? All
Yeah.
right. Today is the 2nd of December, 2020.
December 2, 2020. Holiday season of COVID,
Yeah.
right? So we're going to be talking about that a little bit today. We're going to be talking about the COVID effect. If you don't know what that is, stay tuned. We're going to be talking about delicious, healthy foods. We have a very cool, powerful, unique testimonial we're going to be talking about that everybody's going to benefit from. We're going to talk about an easy way to lower cholesterol,
Ooh.
okay?
Okay.
And a few other surprises probably thrown in here. So our live is on. We're going to open this up, and I'm going to like it. I'll be the first one to like it. And let's share this publicly. That's shared. And I'm going to watch for comments. So if you're watching, comment below. Let us know you're here. Annabelle Simos is tuning in live from South Florida. Good to see you, Annabelle. All right. So when we say COVID effect, I have a few things to talk about. But do you have anything to talk about when it comes to the COVID effect?
There is so much. What are the top things? Your top 3.
So what I've seen over the last few months, as things have been getting drawn out longer than people expected, I'm seeing, and also people are reaching out to me by email, Facebook Messenger, even Instagram, which I don't use Instagram a lot. So if anybody, if a week goes by and you don't hear from me, that's normal. If you hear from me at all, because sometimes things get lost in there.
Facebook is your number one.
Yeah, even that takes a long time, as some people already know. It could take a few months if the message is hiding somewhere. So the COVID effect. We've got some people that have basically stepped up their health game in response to the whole COVID scenario.
Right.
That's one group. And how they do that, there's a bunch of different ways, but generally speaking, exercise, eating properly, realistic supplementation, not scam, bogus, extreme supplementation, but realistic, sound supplementation. Some have added in meditation, some have added in a little more self-care, like massage therapy, other things like that. Others have gone the opposite way.
Right.
And they're like, an example is, hey Joey, I'm so-and-so, I've been following your stuff for years, actually bought a few of your programs, but these last 7 months have been rough. I've just kind of, from not being able to go outside or go visit people or go to my fitness classes or the gym or the health club or even like a workplace, fitness center, right? Being home has got me depressed and I've fallen off my program, and even though I can do your stuff here and I know it's awesome, I just haven't been doing it, and I've gained X number of pounds, I have no more energy, I'm getting weak, I'm getting flabby, I feel my immune system is going down, and I don't know what to do, or what's one to do, or what should I do, how do I get out of this funk, etc., right? So generally speaking, we see people going in 2 directions.
Right.
Bunch of people stepping it up and all right, taking control, we're going to get serious now. And other people falling off, really falling off badly. So
And there's been people, and I've seen little memes on this all around, where people have gotten in shape, out of shape, back in shape, and back out of shape, all during quarantine. So it's like sticking to something has been challenging for some people as well if they're not finding what sticks for them.
Yes. So before we go on, Red Bone, Mandy here from Ohio, wondering how you feel about fasting and or cleansing. Mandy from Ohio, we're going to talk about that on the next episode. So make note, subscribe, and be sure to tune in because we are going to talk about fasting and or cleansing. Two very different things, by the way. So you're going to want to tune into that so we can clarify, educate, and help let you know what the proper things to do for you would be or should be or could be. This stay-at-home stuff brought a lot of sugar into my life. There we go, right? So the stay-at-home stuff, COVID effect, a lot of sugar in my life. I have other people saying, I'm eating so many carbohydrates, it's out of control, like I'm trying to comfort myself, but all I'm doing is getting puffy, gaining weight, and losing energy. I'm having reactions, all this stuff. You know, people talk about their skin getting weird, getting mentally foggy, right? So, where did I leave off with the comment you just made before I stepped over to Mandy here?
I think people are going on two different paths, or you know, they've tried one or the other, and they've kind of fallen in and out of different paths.
Yes. So we've had people who, despite having to be home, have found ways to make it actually even better, right? And here's what I mean. They've said, since I've been home, I've taken all your advice. Like, they'll watch our past podcasts, they'll watch the videos, they'll watch some of the exercise videos, the free ones, of course, all the paid ones in Total Access, and they'll say, we're just listening to all that you guys have been teaching and implementing all that at home because we can. Everything you guys teach is doable anywhere, right? So they said, because we're forced to learn this now and turn this into a regular lifestyle, this is our new normal. And what we're finding is, and this is going to tie into the testimonial I'm going to read, what they're saying is, we realize we don't need a gym membership. We save gas, time, and mileage and wear and tear on the car.
Right.
We get to spend more time together as a family because we're all doing our fitness at home. And we're realizing that by doing this, we're able to be more consistent and learning your methods that you guys have been putting out there and the new videos. We're actually getting better results than we were running around to the health club and trying different classes and doing HIIT and then doing Zumba and then doing weights with the trainer. And so we're getting better results by being consistent with one focused method and approach, right? So we're seeing both extremes. People really excelling as a result of COVID and people like really going downhill and then looking for some way to get out of it. The thing that people need to realize, if you're going downhill because of COVID, you have to take responsibility for changing your environment and your mindset. Like, you can get the know-how, the tools, the what to do, a lot of places. One of those is from us, right? But once you have that, you still then have to take the initiative to structure your days, to create the ambiance and the atmosphere in your home to make it conducive to you getting on your program and sticking with it. Something I wrote about a few days ago is, even if you use a digital planner, and let's say you have total access, you have access to all of our programs, and you have the schedules in front of you, you still need to take what you're going to do that day and place it in your tangible calendar, your schedule, your planner. If you thrive on digital, that's fine. But if you're like me, I use an old school paper planner in addition to whatever I'm using digitally, because I need to have it in my hand. I want to write with a pen. I want to see it, feel it, touch it. I want to be able to take it out of my backpack and see it and then cross it off with that pen when it's done. I still do this. Like, my training sessions are in my daily planner right there on the desk. They're in there. We can go look. But I do it every day. I write down at least one day ahead of time or several days in advance. You have to plan your days, otherwise you're not planning for anything. If you leave it to chance, chances are it's going to get pushed out of the way, either because of your mental state or because you let other people come in and take over your schedule and intrude because you have no boundaries set.
Yeah, and I think especially now with COVID, really important for people to be able to, you know, there's so much going on. Los Angeles just closed down their gyms again, and you know, different things are happening. So being able to focus and control what you can control in terms of planning out, okay, this is when I'm going to get my session in. This is when I'm going to work on my fitness. In your own calendar gives you control over that time, and not other people, or not what's on the news, or what comes through your phone, or you know, whatever it may be. It gives you time to carve out, okay, this is time for me, and you're more mindful, and you're able to just take a step in the right direction instead of being pulled whichever way the world wants to take you that day.
Right.
So I think that, as you know, that's key for anyone to be able to write down and give time to them, but especially right now, like, it's such a useful tool.
Yes, very, very. All right, good stuff there. So that's the COVID effect. Go one of two ways, and it's your choice, really.
Mm-hmm.
It's your choice. We're here to help if you need help. Delicious, healthy foods. When I say that, what do you think of?
I think of your quickly fit recipes.
Come on now, that's too easy. What else do you think of?
Delicious, healthy foods. I think of a lot of spices. Think of a lot of greens.
Did you see my cliff notes on this episode?
I did not.
Okay.
Yeah, I think of feeling full but light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so many people, when they're looking to make the shift to get healthier, like get on the program, get with it, lose weight, or not even lose weight, change their body composition, change their health, change their energy, either outwardly or secretly they're thinking, I gotta eat healthy, health foods, you know, bland, boring, blah, blah, blah. Truth is, if you learn some simple cooking methods and approaches, your foods can taste so awesome that you crave them, all right? You grew up Italian, right? I grew up Italian. They naturally cooked with herbs and spices and things from nature that made dishes taste incredible, right? And they weren't even unhealthy. We just had to watch the amounts that we ate, right? In this day and age, especially, when we have access to almost everything we could ever want very quickly at prices that are very competitive, there's no reason why your delicious, healthy meals can't be craveable and make you want them every day. How do we do this? We do this with spices. We do this with herbs. We do this with things that people just take for granted now, that actually, when combined properly, in very simple ways, you can have a bowl of broccoli with nothing on it, or you could take a bowl of broccoli and season it properly and just tweak it a little bit in very healthy, low-calorie ways that make it taste incredible. And they're two totally different dishes. Herbs, spices, etc. The thing about herbs and spices is that they're not just for flavor, all right? I've spoken about this before. See you, Coach Corinne.
Hi.
That's Coach Corinne leaving. I locked the door. You may have to unlock it. Coach Corinne is doing an awesome job with her clients. As a matter of fact, I don't want to get sidetracked right now, but we're going to talk about one that I happened to see, Margaret, maybe a week or so ago, who, by her own admittance, she was a very unlikely person to succeed at health and fitness when she first started. That's why she came in maybe a year ago, a year and a half.
Yeah.
Right? Awesome progress. Like visually, it's like, man, this lady's changing right before our eyes. But she's focused on the right things. So we'll come back to that. So herbs and spices. Yes, they make our foods taste good if you use them. If so many people don't even use them.
Right.
It's wild. But once you get into it, it's profound. The other part of using herbs and spices, and we're going to do more research on this to back up what we're saying. I've started doing some of it because in the last year, so my medical profile got better again this year. And we're going to be, I promise, we're going to be going over it. My personal nurse, Lauren Lilly, is going to be helping me out. We're still working out schedules.
Love it.
I always try to do one thing differently or better from one year to the next so that I can see if my vitals get better, what was the one thing I changed to possibly be what improved everything, right?
What was last year?
Oh, I don't know.
We talked about it on podcast.
We did. I'd have to look it up.
All right. For you watching, if you can find that podcast or post below if you remember it, let us know. We talked about it.
Yeah, well, if nobody finds it, we'll go back and look for it.
All right.
Or it might just come to me. But this past year, what I've been doing is really consistently, daily, taking in a lot of different herbs and spices. Not just in my dinner meal, but if I have like a broth snack or if I snack on some roasted nuts, I make sure that I have herbs and spices in those too.
Okay.
And I actually posted a photo maybe 2 nights ago of the amount of herbs and spices that I put in my dinner. It looks like it more than it actually is, but even if you were to see it, relatively speaking, it's a lot more than most people would shake onto any kind of dish.
Right.
So my point in this is that for the whole past year, I've daily have been including lots of herbs and spices in my meals. Usually I only eat one main meal, that's dinner. There might be some other snacks in addition to my Atlas Espresso Super Shake. But if there's a chance to, I get herbs and spices in there too. That's the one thing that I've been doing differently and consistently at higher levels for the last year.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else different. So I attribute any improvements that I got from last year to this year to the one thing that I've been doing differently, and that's this elevated level of consistency with various herbs and spices.
Right.
Now that doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me because herbs and spices are supposed to help our health.
Right.
They're not just meant for flavors. Again, some people might debate this, but if you go do research on this, and I'm digging deeper and deeper, you're going to find things that will surprise you. And we're going to be sharing some of those in the next few weeks. I believe by divine design, herbs and spices are here to make healthy foods taste even healthier, so we want to eat them and be strong and healthy and not get diseased, and to also carry with them compounds, polyphenols, micronutrients, phytonutrients that are simply part of what they're made of, that are supposed to go into this body and be nature's medicine for us. Again, I think we said this a few episodes ago, most medications in this world are derived, are 50% derived from plants, plant sources, possibly even more. Some say even 80% of pharmaceuticals and drugs are plant derived. Think about that.
Yeah.
Herbs and spices, we could just eat them off the shelf.
Right.
Delicious, healthy foods. Make them delicious with herbs and spices. And if you're in Total Access, you already know what we're talking about. But as a result of all this and seeing how my numbers have improved, a lot of the future recipes that are going into Total Access, the Quickly Fit and the Rapid Results recipes, are going to be including a lot more variety and levels of herbs and spices on purpose, not just by chance that we're looking for these health improvements, but on purpose, we're going to be doing it because I believe they work. And so stay tuned for all that.
What's your favorite one before we jump?
Ooh, wow. Ooh. Man, this is hard. But let's say lately, my favorite ones are ground rosemary.
Okay.
And I've got
Good
some
Italian.
killer recipes that people say, oh my God, I never thought of that. But when you taste it, it's like, I want more of this. This is better than chocolate. All right? Curry. Curry. Been using curry in some unique ways.
Interesting.
And I know some people watching or listening right now are also following me using the things that we share in Total Access, and they're loving it. They're like, oh, how come I never thought of this before? Like, how come nobody talks about this as strongly as you're talking about it? Like, this is part of the secret right here. So those are two of my faves. I got a bunch of them, but it'll take too long to go over right now. So we're going to revisit that in the future as we cover this on a deeper level.
I like it.
All right, so I think next we should go to this testimonial that I have. Let's see, who do we have tuning in here live? The fitness nurse, my personal nurse, Lily, sneaking a peek while at work on the job. So we're going to hit the like button here for her. We're going to hit the like button for Antoinette Mitzi from Australia. Thanks again, I'm here. Thank you for the programs you sent, getting onto them. Antoinette, you using the free programs or have you joined us yet in Total Access? Yes, Nurse Lauren Lilly, we will be getting those podcasts done soon. So we're giving you some extra time to do the homework on them. All right, so we're going to get into this awesome testimonial. All right, here we go. We ready?
Ready?
All right. This actually went out in a recent email, and this is worthy of sharing on here.
This is the couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Trina and her hubby Jack.
Trina and Jack.
Hi there, Joey. This is Trina and Jack from Columbus, Ohio. We signed up for Total Access about 6 weeks ago, and we must share this with you. We don't use Facebook, so we are emailing this the old-fashioned way, LOL. We started writing down all the money we've been saving since getting on your program, and we are utterly shocked at the numbers. We did not expect this, but it is amazing. I'm just going to list everything here for you to see. 1, we both canceled our gym memberships, and we don't need them anymore, thanks to your program. 2, we don't waste any gas, mileage, or wear and tear on the cars, or any time having to drive back and forth to the gym. 3, Jack no longer has to see the chiropractor twice a month. This is a major breakthrough, Joey. His back feels like when he was a young athlete. 4, I only get deep tissue massage once or twice a month instead of 3 or 4 times because I hardly feel any tension or knots anymore.
Wow.
Who says that?
Wow.
Right? 5, we have cut way down on the amount of beer and wine we buy. We only get some for the weekend now. This is so good. 6, we no longer buy junk food because the healthy treats you teach us about are amazing. They must have heard some of your podcast stuff you shared in the past because you've mentioned some of the things you eat as treats in the past. It's ringing a bell. Okay. Right? We do share some good stuff on this podcast, don't we? The junk food makes us feel just awful. Yeah. No surprise there, right? We only buy healthy organic desserts on the weekend, and there's a lot of them available now. Mm-hmm. You just have to know where to look, right? And we don't order any if we eat out on the weekend. We wait until we get home to enjoy our awesome ones. 8, we haven't taken anything for aches and pains since we started Total Access. That's awesome. I'm laughing because other people, they send the same things in, but in their own words. Mm-hmm. I think this is the first person who's listed it out like this, though. I love it. No aspirin, no Aleve, no muscle rubs, and no Motrin. So good. Think about that.
That's huge,
right?
too.
Like exercise and eating properly decrease inflammation. You're going to get rid of aches and pains. Yeah. Like, period. You can either keep suffering or you can get on the program and save yourself. It's that easy. 9, and we can already feel our immune systems getting stronger. Is that even possible? LOL. So we know we won't have as many doctor visits this year. There we go. Joey, there is more than that. Like our amazing body improvements. Yes. But we did a rough conservative estimate, and we are definitely saving at least $488 per month. At least that much. Probably more. Our bodies, our energy, our moods are improving every week, Joey. And we used to do some hardcore workouts at the gym with no results. Somebody else posted this a few days ago, something very similar. I actually shared that. I took a screenshot of it where she posted in Facebook, literally verbatim experience with no results, just more aches and pains. Well, not anymore. Thank you very much. We started with your simple 5-day sample schedule that's in Total Access, and now we're doing the 8-day schedule, which is amazing. So much better than all the crazy, fast-paced workouts out there. We know we can do this forever, and that is important. Anyone who's not doing your life-changing Total Access program is probably costing themselves a minimum of $200 to $300 a month of wasted money, poor health habits, which are making them even worse. Oh, and our intimacy, she put in quotes, is through the roof now. And that is worth a lot, LOL.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. big benefit there. So we decided we're going to set aside the money we are saving in order to order one of your SCULPTAFIT home gym systems, because we are with you guys for life now. And we are thrilled to have found you and the team. We finally found what we've been looking for decades. With many, many thanks, Trina and Jack, with the midlife comeback in Columbus, Ohio. The last thing she wrote here, we finally found what we've been looking for decades. So, like, these people, they've been trying, right, most of their life. There are other people out there who've never done anything. They've been sedentary, into their mid-50s, who they may not have been looking for anything. They've just been living their life with no mind to fitness or eating properly. So you got two different crowds here. These people who've been trying, right? So they have context.
Right.
And everything they've tried in the past is a comparison now to what they're experiencing with our programs. The person who's never done anything, they don't have context. They have to go by what they read, what they hear, what they see. And we do have people, they'll either hear the audio version of the podcast, they'll see the video on Facebook, or they'll see it on YouTube, and they'll say, I've never done anything. I didn't even play sports in my youth. So I've been very apprehensive about all this fitness stuff and really not knowing what to choose, because I've had family members get hurt doing like boot camp, they'll say this CrossFit stuff you hear about. I hear people getting hurt. I have friends who've done like these boot camps, these fast-paced boot camps, and they're always complaining of their back hurting or their neck hurting. So, and I don't want to do that. I want to do fitness where I don't get hurt or have to worry about getting hurt. I want to find something that is pleasant, enjoyable, but it's going to give me the health benefits that I'm looking for. And everything you guys write, everything you guys speak about, everything we see shared on your pages from other people, it looks like that's the thing I'm looking for. So someone will say, can you direct me to your freebies to try first? Or someone will say, I found the freebies, started trying them, holy smokes, what else do you have? I want in because I already know, I tried enough. And that's the thing. Like, people have to be discerning enough to gather enough info in order to make the right decision. Whether you've been doing this from your teen years or you're just starting in your 50s or 60s, you still have to do the right homework and not jump into things blindly. Because there are people that do jump in blindly. They end up on like this crazy, hardcore program. They're being advised to do like some detox cleanse and, either eat no carbs or remove all fat or just follow some extreme methodology where they don't have the right decision-making capabilities to decide whether or not this is good, this is bad, this is going to hurt me, this is going to help me. So do enough homework until you feel safe enough to step forward and try something as a step one. Don't go like fully all in until you feel safe enough to take those first few steps and then be able to go beyond that.
Yep.
Make sense?
Absolutely.
What else do we have? What's the last thing we're going to talk about?
The easy way to lower your total cholesterol.
Okay, this is just one health vital. My cholesterol has come down in the last year as part of my vitals. Me and the fitness nurse Lauren Lilly are going to go into deeper details on that. And all I changed was the herbs and spices. A few weeks ago, I was in here. Coach Josh was going to be starting with client Brenda on their session, and I was chatting with Brenda. Some of you may have seen my video with Brenda. If you haven't, we can share that if you want. It's really good.
It's great, yeah.
Our recent conversation was after that video. She said, guess what? I went for my health exam, my most recent health exam. And she says, can you believe my cholesterol is down 40 points? 40, okay?
Wow, Brenda.
Went from, I'm pretty sure I'm right, 228 down to 188, if that's 40, right? Somewhere in that zone. Those are either the exact numbers or very, very close. And she said, when we got the first numbers back at 228, the doctor wanted to put me on meds. She said, nope, I'm going to do this the way I'm supposed to do it. Not with meds, but I'm going to exercise, eat properly, and do this stuff with these people guiding me. All right, Coach Josh is her main coach. He's doing an awesome job with her. She loves him. she said, that's all I've been doing is working out with you guys, eating properly. She's a big fan of the triple trio recipe that's in Total Access. She's like, that is so good. She's like, who would know that this is like healthy for you because it tastes so awesome. Triple trio, those of you who've already tried it know the deal. There's more of those coming too. But she said, that's it. Like, no drugs, no pharmaceuticals, didn't take any scripts. All I've been doing is living this lifestyle now. Total cholesterol down. I think she said her HDLs are up. That's the easiest way you're going to do it. Like, do the right things. Live properly and get your numbers where they're supposed to be by divine design. These are tools given to us freely. Like, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to buy one of the SCULPTAFIT home gym systems. Most of our clients are doing without this at home. Some have bought one because they're all in, they want to go. Clients that come here, of course, they have access to this stuff because it's in this studio, the studio at home, away from home. And others, they have it delivered to their house so that they can do it at home. But you don't need one of these. Our methods can be done literally anywhere as long as you have your body, some floor space, a mat, some good bands, a dumbbell, maybe a medicine ball, a Swiss ball, and as long as you have furniture, a couch, ottoman, chair, you're in business. There's nothing stopping you. So that's just cholesterol. Easy way to lower cholesterol, do the right things, eat the right foods that are put on this earth for us, for those purposes. And not only will you lower your cholesterol and increase your good cholesterols, your HDLs, but all your other vitals are going to get better.
Yeah.
Blood pressure, brain activity, you're going to prevent other diseases, you're going to increase bone density, you're going to improve glycogen metabolism, insulin regulation, hormone regulation, you name it. Like, we can keep going here. Cholesterol is just one vital marker, just one of many. You start doing all this, you have a cascade effect of improving your entire body from the inside out and being able to live a full life without fear, living with like high self-esteem, self-confidence, happiness, good moods, and strength. That's it. It's not rocket science.
Simple plan.
Super simple. All right, Nick. For CTAs, what do we have for everybody? Let's say somebody's local. What should they do? Let's say somebody's long distance. What are their options? I'm going to have you take over while I check the comments here in real time.
All right, let me take over. So if you're local and you want to come into our studio, home away from home, go to SCULPTAFIT.com, SCULPTAFIT.com. There's a contact us link on there if you want to do personal training or semi-private personal training. Also, if you're long distance and you want to do personal training with us, we do Zoom sessions, we do video sessions, we do accountability coaching.
Accountability coaching is strong.
Yeah.
Like, we have long distance clients who are just changing their lives dramatically. You know, if you could see us in person here, awesome, but there are no barriers anymore. Mm-hmm. Like, we can guide you anywhere, anytime. There are no more barriers. Our programs and our method, and we have technology to be on video with you if needed. It's really how we get you to change your mindset, and how we get you to implement daily habits that change your life. We have all the tools to do that.
And that accountability, we are with you every day.
Yep.
You're talking to us every day.
Daily in touch.
Mm-hmm. So that would be a good start. If you have never tried any of our freebies before,
fitnesstraining.live.
Fitnesstraining.live.
www.fitnesstraining.live takes you to a series of a free program. You get one video a day for, I think we have it set for 6 days. Mm-hmm. It's literally a full fitness program for free, no charge. That's your foundation right there.
Yep.
And you'll know. A lot of people say they've tried it, like, wow, this is awesome, this is different. Nobody even gives us away for free, let alone have it be so effective. What else do you have? Count me in.
Yep, absolutely.
So fitnesstraining.live. If you hit a snag, where can they find us? Like, if I hit a snag getting the freebies, where should they go to reach out to us?
So, our Facebook group page.
Yeah, that's good.
It's one of them. All right, it's not the best, but we're going to get there. What's the best way?
Best way would be, come find us on Facebook. You can track me down, Joey Atlas Fitness on Facebook. You can also look for the group, Official SCULPTAFIT Club, Worldwide Fitness Community. That's Official SCULPTAFIT Club. The S and the C are covered up there. SCULPTAFIT Club. fitness community, worldwide fitness community on Facebook. You could try to find me on Instagram. You'll find me, but you might not get in touch with me quickly. Or you can go to our local website. If you like, let's say you want coaching or something, and you're serious, like you're done playing games and you're ready to roll, and you're ready to invest in yourself, just go to SCULPTAFIT.com, fill out the contact form on the contact page. One of us will get it, and we will be in touch for next steps. And you can get some freebies there too, and we'll get you the link to the other freebies as well. If you're listening to this on audio, we thank you for tuning in. We thank you for watching, whether it's live or after the fact on YouTube. As you're listening and or watching, think of one more person who will benefit from hearing at least one thing we shared today, if not more, and share this with them. Like, get the link over. There's a share button on the YouTube video. There's a share button on Facebook. There's a share function on all the podcasts that this is listed on, which is Anchor, Apple, Spotify. There's like 4 or 5 more that is now listed on. There's a share function on everything. So it makes it easy to share all of this. Think of one person who is looking for the right help.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe more. Maybe you have a company of 1,000 people and you want to implement a corporate wellness program, especially now if everybody's working remotely.
Yeah.
They need remote tools to help themselves. Don't you want a healthy workforce?
Yeah.
Share this with them. If you want us to customize a corporate wellness program, guess what? We have the capabilities to do that too. You know why? We're not making people go beast mode. We're not having people flipping tires and throwing kettlebells. We're not doing box jumps, right? Everything we're doing is doable by the average person, but it's progressive so that you can advance if you want to and get all the results you could ever need without breaking yourself into smithereens, right?
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it. That's episode number 6, which means next time is going to be what?
Number 7.
That's it. As always, thank you for tuning in. This is Joey Atlas.
And Nick Doherty.
On the Wellness and Weight Loss for Women.
And Men Too.
And Men Too podcast.
And video show.
And video show. We will see you next time. So I'm going to take off my wireless wired mic. Peace on the audio and video. We thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye.